PIP Studio 3. Greetings everyone, I'm Joel Brooks, owner of Moments in Time Video Productions. I am also a Macro System Americas dealer. Today I will demonstrate the powerful new program from Macro System called PIP Studio 3. Let's get started. From the main Bogart menu, select the Edit menu. I have several video clips I've already imported into the scene bin for today's demonstration. I want to choose the scene right here called Logo. So I've highlighted the clip. Next, go to Special. Scroll down till you find the alphabeticalized PIP Studio 3. There it is right there. Launch the program. Now, the first menu item will be background. We've got to choose a base scene to work with in PIP Studio. So, we have already chosen the scene, and of course I could choose another scene if I so wished, if you wanted to, but I want to leave it here on the scene we've already selected. You can also choose pattern if you wanted to, from the familiar media pool. And it's a very powerful program that you can access this. You could also choose animation if you wanted to. And you could choose something from moving title backs, or again anything from the media pool. And you could also choose color if you just wanted a plain color background. You can choose any color from the color pattern here. I want to choose and leave it on scene for my base foundation for the program. The next menu item is called PIP. Select this icon. You will notice everything is grayed out until we select the first PIP image to overlay the background. To do so, select this star icon. This brings up access to video, pattern, animation, color, or text. Select video. This brings up the video scene bin in Bogart. I'm going to select this drone footage here called Drone 1. It's 10 seconds in length. Select OK. And there it is, our first PIP image overlaying a background. This little X over here would actually remove this image if I so wished. The MX effect produces a nice blending effect with inside the image itself. Very nice effect. If you want, you can also view just this box frame without the actual image or video content. Unchecking brings it back to the full image with inside the frame box work area. Over here on this side of the menu we have access to graphics. Again, this is called Drone 1, and of course we could change the name of that here if you so wished, the font types and sizes and so forth. The next menu item is called Look. When you select this option, this is where you access the actual appearance of the image itself. You can add a border. This puts a nice border around the edge of the image. And of course you can change the color of that to anything you want. Then you have the option to change it to a pattern if you wanted to. And this, of course, this gives you access to the media pool. And that's a cool edge for the background. I like that. Puts a nice little edge to it. And then of course you could change the size of the border. Let's put it to about 10. It puts a nice thick border with it with a nice little image inside there from the media pool. Okay, and we could also add a shadow to the PIP. And you can select the distance of the shadow from the image itself. About 5. And then of course here's where you select the blur. Puts a nice softening blur to the actual shadow itself. Next we have shape. This is where you can change the actual shape of the PIP image itself. And of course you can select a number of shapes from the media pool. When you select the PIP 3 Studio shapes, you can have this shape here, just multiple really nice and wonderful shapes you can choose from. I will select this one right there. And then of course the entire image can also be set to blur. This blurs the edge over the entire image. The next menu item is called Movement. Here is where you can adjust the start and end times and position the actual animated movements of the PIP itself. Now in this demonstration, I want the actual clip to run for the full length runtime of 10 seconds. But you have the option to adjust the start time and the end time to make it run a real short movement. But again, I'm going to leave this at the full raster of 10 seconds for this demo. Now, you can also position the clip by grabbing the M icon right here and moving it, left click and dragging with your trackball. Or you can also use this feature right here, which is the movement icon. And you do the exact same thing with that. It's just two ways to do the exact same thing. Left click to confirm. I'm going to add another anchor point. And I'm going to insert this one behind this particular area. So it'll go from here to here. Now, you can adjust that, and I'm going to grab it right here and adjust the next movement to go way over here. And I'm going to park it right there. Left click to confirm. So there's our movement A to point B. And of course, here's the line that indicates that in the direction. And you can also preview this right here. There's point A and it will go to point B. Very nice, very smooth, straightforward. So, and you can also, this little preview button is also, you can preview it without the image if you just want to see the box area for later adjustments and so forth. You can also adjust the acceleration or deceleration of the actual movement. So you can go from slow to medium to fast. So I'm going to slow this down. It'll go from normal to slow down before it goes to point B. The next menu item is called Manipulation. You have several options to work with. The first is the position indicator. Again, this is where you position your icon as we've showed you before. This next option with the scissor icon allows you to actually resize a piece or portion of the video to represent your PIP. And check this out. We've cropped the actual image of the PIP itself. Very nice feature. And of course, if you don't want that, simply use the undo button right there, and it goes back to the normal view. And the next menu item icon is called Size. You can size the PIP to anything you want. This next icon allows you to either maintain or change the video aspect ratio of the image itself. With it unchecked, you can make it any size and shape you want, any ratio. And with it checked mark on, it maintains the normal aspect. This next menu item is called Rotation. This is how you can actually rotate the actual image. And there are two ways to do this. You can use the icon right here, or you can use the R button on the icon box itself to grab a hold of it, and with your trackball or mouse you can also rotate it accordingly. This last icon is the full screen. This puts the image at full size and center of the actual screen itself. And it fills the entire image. So again, it's a large full size of the actual PIP. The next option is the Alpha Channel Control slider. Here's where you control the transparency of the PIP itself. Very nice. On this side of the menu, we have the rotation control. This controls the degrees and angles of the rotation itself. I'm going to leave that at 0. Then we have the direction control, and then the number of whole rotations that it will spin per anchor point. So I'm going to set this to 1. And we can preview it. The next menu item is called Tools. Here you have grid settings. By using the grid settings, this allows the actual PIP to snap into place over the screen area versus drag and drop. And the X and the Y positions are adjustable. The next item, numbers. This gives you the actual layer, selecting on and off. Again, we have one PIP versus multiple at the moment, so this allows you to switch back and forth to different views if you had multiple PIPs appear to see which layer you're working with. The next item, the PIP view, or again just the wire frame box area. And the last feature in this menu, Archives. This is the familiar menu where you load and save your settings and your project. PIP Studio 3.
Macro system.